Hi, families. This is Mrs. Baber, and I just wanted to go ahead and make a video for you just in case you missed the open house tonight, or in case I talked too fast and you didn't really hear what I was saying as well as you would have liked. I tried to be super quick because I knew there were other open houses to be had, but I also know that kindergarten families often do have extra questions and need a little bit more. So I wanted to go ahead and hop in here and just quickly go through the slides for you again. Actually, let me share my screen with you like I do with the kiddos every day and just go ahead and go through the slides for you. So kindergarten open house, this is for in-person learning with Mrs. Baber. You would be in my classroom. I just put a quick little slide there next for you to get to know me. And if it's been that you've been in my class the whole time, then you already do kind of know me pretty well. But we do have some new students in the class from Mrs. Brown's class. So I thought there would be a quick little time for you to see um, a few of my favorite things that maybe I do talk about with the kids and stuff. I have a slide here for my contact info. The best way to reach me is always on Dojo. I do my very best to answer Dojo questions and to do my very best to get back with you as soon as possible on Dojo, even if it's after hours. I try to really quick just answer your question if I can. If it is after hours, sometimes I do take till the next morning, but that's because I'm with my family, not because I'm, just not seeing you. But so that would be my time with them. But I do try to get back to you. If you need to, you can email me. There's my email there. And feel free to stop this video at any time that you need to in order to, take down whatever information that you need. You can pause me whenever. If you're new to the classroom, you will need to join my Google Classroom. In the event that we are back to virtual, or if we are quarantined at home and are back to virtual, or whatever could happen that we are back to virtual setting, then there will be classroom assignments, much like you've been doing already in Google Classroom. And this is my classroom code for you to join me. As soon as you join in, I'll accept your invite and you will be good to go and ready for that possibility. Then I had a before coming to school slide. I want you to know that we want your kids at school. We want your students to be with us, but your student and your family must be healthy in order to come to school. They should be fever-free without medication. So, even if they're running a low-grade temperature and, that Tylenol kick it, they still can't come to school, even with Tylenol. It's just too risky at this point during the pandemic. So they must have no COVID-19 symptoms, none whatsoever. They must wear a clean mask every single day. And there should be something coming to you through Infinite Campus that you can sign, assuring us that you will not send your kids to school sick. Again, that's just for the health and safety of everyone, even the students that may be sitting near them. Students must come to school every day with the following items. Every single day, your child must have a clean mask on. I know, when you're running into Kroger, you just grab one out of your car, run in real quick, run out. That might be something that you typically do. But when we're in school, it has to be a fresh and clean mask every single day. And that'll be strictly enforced. That's just, again, for the safety of the student and for our safety and those around them. They will need a Chromebook, their Chromebook with their charger in their backpack every day. That will come to and from school every single day. So I would encourage them to be very cautious with their backpacks when they get in the car or on the bus or when they are walking home, just because that Chromebook is in there and they need that to be successful at school. And if by chance we get, back to virtual or quarantine or whatever, they have their Chromebook at home ready to go the next day. There will be no lag. It will be, if we come to school and then the next, that day they say, okay, Mrs. Baber's class is, needing to quarantine for a little bit, then tomorrow we start school virtual. So there'll be no break in between there, which is why we're sending the Chromebooks to and from school. We ask for a snack in the backpack, and we'll talk about that later. Excuse me, a change of clothes in the backpack because accidents do happen. Whatever you could imagine up, it could happen. So we ask that a change of clothes from head to toe are in there. If whatever they're wearing on their person, if they have it on, they should have it in their backpack too, including undergarments. On the first day of school, I will put a communication folder in their backpack for them so that we can send notes to and from each other. I will say, in order for me to get in their backpack and check their folder, I'll have to glove up and check their backpacks, which may not be able to happen every single day. So if you know that you have a note, or let's say your child was absent the day before and it was due to a doctor's appointment, or just a regular checkup or a dentist appointment or just an appointment period, and you're trying to get their absence excused and you stick a little note in there, that's fine, but please try to send me a dojo just so that I know to get that out of their backpack in case it is one of those days where we don't get to check folders as we would like to. Also, you will have a water bottle because the water fountains are closed for students to drink from. So the district has provided water bottles at school. In fact, your child already has one in their cubby with their name on it, ready to go. No water in it just yet because we'll fill those up when we get to school. But they do have a water bottle provided for them on that first day of school. And we'll talk a little more about all of that. So again, families are expected and students are expected to follow all safety protocols. No COVID-19 symptoms, no feeling sick or ill. Masks should be worn properly at all times, unless they are eating or drinking, and that means covering the nose and the mouth. No fever, even without medication. So that's expected. Hand washing, we will go over with the students because that's part of our bathroom and restroom procedures, as well as our coming in the classroom procedures. In fact, when they come in, they will receive a squirt of sanitizer from a staff member just to go ahead and get them clean up for the school day. And there's that reminder about the masks. I did say that I strongly recommend having extra masks in their backpack. My son is very, he goes through his masks often as well. So he will come home with one that is, it just looks fine and dandy. I'll reach back there to take his mask off of him and it is just drenched. I don't know if he's like licking it or if he is drinking his bottle of water and it's squirting on it a little bit as he, whatever it is that he's doing, it's getting wet. So I tell him, you have extra masks in your backpack because his face one day was broke out and he's got such sensitive skin. So from my own personal experience, I recommend having at least a few extra masks in there. One day Chase went through 3 of them in one day. Don't know how, but he did. So just have them if you can, obviously. The mask must be worn properly. All people in the building must be wearing masks. The mask must cover the nose and mouth, unless there's an exemption provided by your doctor with doctor letterhead, with the physicians, pediatricians, psychologists sign off on it, some sort of medical paperwork. It has to be medical paperwork submitted to the school. And then they should only lower their mask while actively eating and drinking. Chromebooks, we talked about Chromebooks. Inside of our classroom, we do have charging stations, but we have over 20 students in our classroom. I believe it's up to 23 or 24 now. So there are only 12 outlets in the actual charging station at a time. So I highly recommend that you fully charge their Chromebook the night before they come to school, overnight, When you wake up in the morning, that's your routine, that you just put the Chromebook in the backpack, pull that charger, wrap it up, stick the charger in there with it, because we do have limited amount of Chromebooks available and limited amount of charging space. So just keep that in mind. Nobody will be able to use the computer lab. Nobody's going to be able to use, usually we have computers in the school, in the classroom. They're not able to be used. They have to use their own devices, or the ones we provided for them. Students must have a change of clothes in their backpack. Again, just we want to make sure we get that out there. So snack time, let's talk a little bit about that. Students will need a snack in their backpack each day to eat before lunch. 7.5 hours with one meal is kind of tough on the little guys. So we make sure that we give them a snack time before lunch. We're not personally allowed to provide this. So Miss Baber can't go buy a big box of goldfish and give them goldfish because I know they're hungry. That will have to be something that comes from your home, and it should be pre-packaged. We're not allowed to share with others either. So that'll be a definite rule that's strictly enforced, that the kiddos should only eat their food. I would recommend, actually another teacher said this, that you go ahead, if you know they're going to be at school all 5 days, go ahead and stick 5 packs of goldfish, 5 packs of crackers, 5 something down in their backpack, and you're done for the whole week. You don't have to worry about snack again. Also, another good thing that I recommend is having the students go ahead and pick up breakfast on the way down. If they choose not to eat it because they ate at home, or they just don't feel like eating it right now, they have a little bit of a nervous tummy, or whatever the case may be, they can stick that in their backpack, and at snack time they'll have something to eat. So I always tell the kiddos, go ahead and grab that breakfast, and that way at snack time you can eat it, or sometimes they don't want it, but then they get to the classroom and they see other kids eating and they do want it. So I always say, grab the breakfast, grab it. Ideas for this are prepackaged goldfish, Cheez-Its, prepackaged little boxes of raisins, the granola bars. I don't mind applesauce cups. I know some teachers do, but I feel like they can just drink them and get the applesauce cups are okay. Little packs of gummies, little packs of cheese and crackers. What will not be allowed, because I don't have any refrigeration, is yogurt. I just don't have the space for that, or a way to keep it ready for them. Fresh. No candy, no cookies, no cupcakes, nothing too sugary. That's not appropriate for snack time. Water bottles in the classroom, we talked about it, that they will have access to water, something to drink. They can't go to the water fountains. Those are closed, except for me to fill up their water bottle. Actually, I received word that we're going to have little stations, so I'll be able to fill up their water bottles, or Miss Hernandez will, our assistant. So it's already, we've already got one at school labeled with their name on it. If there's something, a special water bottle that they want to have, that's fine. Just know that we're not responsible for it, and that it's coming to school, and it could get lost, or whatever could happen between here and school and home. I don't know, but just remember that if there's a favorite. Our daily schedule. Now, this is what I anticipate, but my daily schedule personally in my classroom could change at any moment, depending on the needs of the class. What won't change is drop-off time can start at 7:05 a.m. So they are allowed to come in as early as 7:05 to get breakfast. School begins at 7:35. So if, they are not going to eat breakfast, they don't need to be sitting for 30 minutes extra time. I totally understand. School starts at 7:35. Now, if they need some time to transition, eat their breakfast, get in the classroom, settle in, you have between 7:05 and 7:35 to give them that time. Pickup time is at 2:35 p.m., not a.m. Make sure to have your transportation form filled out before Tuesday and your blue tag, or else you cannot drop your student off. We have to have those.